anticipation of the Generation 9 anime and the imminent end of Journeys, I wanted to take some time to discuss the first season of the anime, as I've been slowly watching it for the past few months. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff in the first season that would no longer air in more recent seasons. Like some of the humor, and in some of the episodes, Team Rocket have a full-blown weaponry, like guns and missiles. I have one image saved on my phone of Meowth holding this syringe. It only contains glue, but when it came on the screen, it was just like, what is going on? This is meant to be a kids show. And a big reason why I really liked the first season is because it is so sporadic. There are so many random things, and when you compound this with like a funny one-off line by one of the characters and a cut to Pikachu in its helpless innocent self, it can be pretty funny. And throughout the series, I think it was able to find the balance between being serious and also utterly ridiculous. Like, it's not just a meme fest. Like, Bye Bye Butterfree is a legitimately emotional moment. The seriousness and emotional element was on full display in the first ever episode, which, while being the first, may be the most iconic and epic. It was a perfect setup for the rest of the season and the whole anime. Ash is a very relatable, or at least latchable character. 10 years old, ready to embark on his journey with very lofty dreams of becoming the best. He is presented as a bit of a clumsy, turbulent, but he never gets discouraged from his ambition. He is depicted as a bit of an underdog from the beginning as well, arriving late with an unusual starter. He also doesn't have the same support and knowledge compared to Gary. But most importantly, the first episode establishes the relationship between Ash and Pikachu, a newly found friendship that would last for decades. Well, age is a little bit weird in the anime. It's such an epic story though, from Pikachu resenting and even laughing at Ash, to then being attacked by a jealous Pokemon, to then Ash giving Pikachu the potentially fatal decision of whether to go into the Pokeball or not. The thing Pikachu has been trying to avoid for the whole time. Then Ash's monologue, "Do you know who I am?" And then the music picking up, all whilst in the breath of the storm. It's like a comic book unfolding, and then the "come and get me" line, and it's just awesome. It's perfectly orchestrated and ignites the rest of the series. And I think the next 20 or so episodes were really strong and contain some of my all-time favorites. And it does a really good job of encapsulating what I love about Pokemon. The adventure, the competitive, tactical, and somewhat logical battles, and seeing all the different trainers, all with different motives, and just being able to see wild Pokemon have a more pronounced effect on the world than what you would see in the games. After like the first 25 episodes, I would say there is a lot more quote-unquote skippable episodes. It features more episodes showing off individual Pokemon, which I like and I think is a big role of the anime, to show off new Pokemon's personality and story more than we would ever see in the games. And they are able to do that in pretty interesting ways. The Kangas Kid, that person's Farfetch, the weird Hypno episode. I guess thinking about it, like pretty well every anime episode is about one Pokemon, shows spotlight to one Pokemon. But that's all I mean by skippable. There isn't too much significant progression. This is especially the case at the tail end of the season, after Koga's gym battle. There is another 21 episodes till the end of the season, and it doesn't contain another gym battle, which did feel like a bit of a drag, especially since like he didn't take on another one by the end of the season. Like, it would have been more satisfying, I think, if he had like 20 episodes and then the last one he took another gym battle. But they even made a bit of a joke about it when Misty asked whether he'll ever get another gym badge, and that sparked the League Assessment episode, which is kind of in Scarlet and Violet now with Rika. However, I don't think it's actually possible to be eligible, like to join the championship rank before you have all H and badges, unlike the anime. Overall though, I really did enjoy the first season. I do remember watching some of the episodes as a kid, so I may be nostalgically biased. I think it's also largely due to it inherently being the first season, so they have more original ideas available, and you're watching Ash from the start, not just a casual venture around a region. But that's all I have for now. I'll get to watching the second season. To end off, I'll just put on screen some of my favorite episodes if you're interested. Otherwise, consider this video done dozo.